Melo melo con melon, meloncollieflaur です。Hello everyone, I am meloncollieflaur. And you know what today is? It's Watermelon Wednesday! SUIKA 水曜日だよ! We've made it to the middle of the week once again. Just a few more days until the weekend. So keep working hard. You got this. Just a few more days. And you can rest. You can relax. Everything will be fine. おはようございます。こんにちは。こんばんは。私はメロンコリーフラワーです。今日の配信はスイカゲームだよ。melo see you コンメロン。Hope you're doing well. Alright, let's get started. I am, and yourself? I'm fine. I'm doing well. I'm cold, but that's about it, really. Cold season. Winter do be like that. It does. It does. I don't know why it has to be like that. But it is. Okay. Double grape into a decapon. Blah. Christmas Eve stream next Wednesday. Do you want me to? It does fall on a Wednesday, doesn't it? don't see why not. I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't mind. Well, of course you don't mind. It was your suggestion, silly. Oh. Okay. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I was fixing something. Don't mind that. Okay. Christmas stuff or something, yeah. Christmas stuff or something. Shouldn't be too out of the ordinary, I guess. Oh. Nice. Oh, Bob. Fun Melon. Hope you're doing well today. Hiyo. Oh. Okay. 2 strawberries and a grape. A strawberry and a cherry. And another grape. The decapone into the persimmon. Nice. Okay. Put the strawberries and grapes next to each other. The nori plush finally arrived. Nice. Strawberry. Oh. That's fine. I've been procrastinating working on pecan pelican or pecan pelican, but I should have free time for the rest of the week to work on it. I almost forgot about that. Melon. That's so funny. Yeah. The burr, yeah. I am curious to see how the design would look though. They will be the new sensational VTuber. Unique and a joy to listen to, I guess. Like I said, I really do like clever designs and stuff. My original plan was to make its beak a pecan as opposed to the wings. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Because it's kind of hard to fly with such stiff wings, I suppose. Hmm? Cherry. Did anything interesting happen in the past week? I guess this is where I start collecting information. As I play SUIKA game. Well, episode 7 of Tadka came out and it was wild. Oh. I do need to catch up on that. The Game Awards happened, I think. I missed them. They did happen, yeah. I actually saw that, actually. Sometimes I forget that people can become very childish when their thing doesn't win. But a lot of people forget that it is a popularity contest. So I don't know. It's cool to see like the reveals of like what has been worked on though and what's coming out as well. I just thought it was an awards thing. I didn't know it was also a game reveal type of thing. All that matters is Horse Game 1 Mobile Game of the Year. Wait, why is that all that matters? If anything, that was probably the least talked about thing, I think. It was maybe touched on like once, I think. Huh. Nice. So many peaches. Oh. 1959. 1959. Worst game. Yeah, no, like there was a game that did win like a lot of awards though. So you can't say a certain 33. There's only one game with 33 in the name. How dare you, Milo? Well, that lets me know that Milo watched the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, it was very interesting. I like the music of 33 though. It was very clear from the start. You guys are the jokesters here. Why aren't you guys the streamers? I'm just here playing fruit game. Nah, since for my time it was early in the morning and I had college, fair enough. That has to be an interesting feeling. Watching like a game awards that's happening at night, but it's like early morning for you. I've been making content for 5.5 years now. Yeah, but I said streamer. There is a difference between making content and streaming. It is true though, actually. You can make content for years and then you just get discovered out of nowhere, I guess. Streaming for a decent amount of time at least gets you out there a little bit more as well. I've learned that when it comes to videos, a lot of times people don't really just click on random videos per se, unless it's very clickbaity. I guess fair enough, yeah. That's why shorts were so popular at the time, because it's just, oh, click on thing and you know it's going to be less than 3 minutes long. A lot of times people see video and go, I don't want to click on video. Especially if it's 10 minutes long. But stream is like, oh, stream is live. Let's see how they are. So there's that in between. It's like shorts are short, so they'll watch them. Live streams are there. You can pop in, see what's going on, see how chat is, and leave. But videos are, I guess videos are more of a commitment for most people. And they're usually framed in a way like an essay. Like, are you tired of sensitive skin? Not sure who to talk to about it? Well, now with tough skin, you no longer have to worry. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. But usually videos are, because they're like video essays, because they're structured in an essay-like fashion, I think, most of the time. Unless it's like a song type of video. People just wanting to show off their creations and stuff. Or the music that they made. Or art, I guess. Or a little short animation. Otherwise, it's like a retrospective. Everything has become a retrospective lately, I noticed. And I'm like, what's a retrospective? I'm all in for the skincare product. You want tough skin? All we need is watermelon water to have healthy skin. Okay, now... hold on. I guess that's okay. Because I'm not a watermelon. However, I don't know if that is entirely true. I am not one to spread slander or misinformation. I've got very sensitive skin, so it would be helpful. Fair enough, I understand. Wakata Melon. Yeah. But then you see, not only would I be talking about this new product, but I would also be sharing my sponsor that I don't have in the middle. For people to skip over. I've watched YouTube for a long time, so I know how people are. I know how people usually like frame their videos and stuff. Art thou slander in this stream? Thou'st not slander in thine stream. But heck, I don't know what's popular. And the sad part is chasing what's popular isn't going to make you popular either. That's what's so weird about it. You go, oh, this is popular and it blew up overnight. I want to be popular. And then you do the same thing and then nothing happens. And so then you just wonder. Melon. Wow. Popcorn. Last I heard, Melon was popular. No. Of course not. I couldn't really imagine being popular, especially being a SUIKA game main.ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って、メロン。Okay. ごめんなさい、メロン。Chat, I do have a question though. Do you think that since everyone is on the internet, do you think that that means that it's okay to act out and be like a jerk as well? Since you can't really be attacked through a screen? I know it's like a common thing, and I don't know why it's taught or where people get the frame of mind. But it seems like that is a thing that people do and like to do. Now, you've clearly never seen 4chan. I know what it is, but I've never really gone to it now. I don't think I want to from that, actually. Ex-users figured that out very quickly, no downside to being evil. But I'm kind of saddened though, because social media doesn't have to be bad. And I don't think it's necessarily the platform either, because the platform can't be what it is without the people sharing on the platform. So, I think people just like negative stuff. Oh, I need a cherry. Oh, it's not gonna matter now anyway. Rage rating as well. But the question is why though? What's wrong with people being happy or wanting to make other people happy? Why is it funny or why is it nice to watch someone get angry or struggle? Why does that feel like it's more relatable than being happy or laughing? That's something I want to actually get to the bottom of. It just feels really wrong. Because I would never want to just troll someone in bad faith or anything like that. And people will come up with so many different excuses as to why they're doing their thing instead of just trying to do, like, better. Some people just do it just because, no rhyme or reason. I don't understand. Holly's new video series, perhaps? What? Getting to the bottom of why people are gung-ho about being negative? I could try to do studies or something, I guess. 2188. 2188. But remember, Milo, people don't watch videos. No, I'm kidding. I have to make the videos interesting, and I don't know how. Not yet, anyway. I don't have great editing skills. Do I even have editing skills? So that's the problem on my end. Meditation for the anxious mind is pretty good at stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. But like, if we could, this is going to sound weird, but if we can weaponize like short form content, like with positivity instead of doom scrolling type, then I think things would get better. I know weaponize is not the right word really, but since it's a powerful thing, I feel like it could work. Since we get like weird trends and stuff that gets reposted and shared and stuff, and we get, you know, brain rot and stuff as well, we could also get like positive stuff too, like happy things. And they don't have to be like necessarily nonsensical. They can actually be like learning experiences too, or just, you know, a reminder that you are loved and appreciated, and it's great that you exist, and you know, people care about you. And so I feel like a lot of that stuff should actually be put out there. But I think people are so quick now to go, no, what do you mean? I'm a burden. People don't like to be around me, or I feel like I'm a burden around other people and stuff like that. I've learned that people don't like to take compliments anymore either. It's really scary. Like, why? I know things happen over the years, but we can combat negativity with positivity. It's really and truly not difficult unless it's like an unlearning process, I guess. Maybe it's systematic, I'm not sure. I have no idea. I just know that it wasn't always like this. But somehow it just feels like this has become the thing that will stay forever unless we do something about it. Like, I'm sure people like the feeling of niceness, but why is it that someone getting angry also makes people feel nice though? Especially if you wouldn't like the feeling of being angry. I don't get it. Hehe, I made them angry. This brings me joy. I don't get that. I don't understand. I know I'm weird. I get that. That's fine. But I just don't really understand, like, the toxicity and stuff. I know it spreads like wildfire, but like I said, positivity can too. I love hearing about such and such charities raised this amount of money, and you know, children and animals and stuff can be treated or go to a new home or be cared about and stuff. I love hearing about stuff like that. I love seeing that. It lets me know that people do care about, well, other people and animals and other beings and stuff. That is a reminder to me that there are some people out there who do strive for positivity and do care about others. And you don't have to search far for those. So I don't know. I don't like to like poke blame or anything at anything in particular. I can only speak on what I've observed and what I've seen. It's just very crazy that you don't have to seek out the negative stuff, but you kind of have to dig for the positivity. And that scares me a lot, actually. It's in my opinion impossible for everyone to be happy, so I just ignore the people causing issues and stick with people who are actually kind people. Oh, absolutely. That is a good way to do it, actually. Surrounding yourself with positive people is a really, really good way, because it's kind of difficult to delve on negativity if the things that are talked about the most are good things. It's just like immersing in language. If you are surrounded by the language and it's like the only thing you're hearing or seeing, chances are you're going to learn a lot more from that, and you won't be distracted into a different language. Some people just kind of suck. You say, I like pancakes, and they go, oh, so you hate waffles? Cancelled. That's true, actually. For some reason, opinions have to mean that if you're not with me, you're against me. Why can't you like both? Or neither, or one or the other? It's not really a hatred thing, I don't think. I don't think preference when it comes to items is considered hatred or what have you. I don't think there's anything wrong with having an opinion. Like, okay, in fact, here's an exercise. Chat. Ask me, like, how do I feel about whatever? If I can answer it, I will answer it, and I will tell you. Because this will let you know how I actually answer opinionated questions. Because some people do answer them in a very particular way. 1197. 1197. 1197. How do you feel about AI? AI, I feel like, is more so like a tool. I feel like it should be used as a tool. The whole purpose of AI is supposed to make life easier. Just like simple machines that were made. Like, it's difficult to haul like a lot of yard stuff in the yard, right? It's hard to do a lot of farm work without tools. So tools are made to help you do them easier. So AI was supposed to, as far as I know, help make things easier to do, even though now it's also just been AI can do it for me or something like that. I feel like it's meant to be a tool. I'm not a fan of it being used as a means of, this thing has created something for me, I can call it my own. I don't agree with that. If you are typing in a prompt just to get a general idea, I can understand. You're getting like some sort of basis from somewhere, but not for it to do your work, because I know that both students and teachers apparently are using them for their stuff. Like, a lot of students would use it to complete their work. When I was growing up, weird immersion break, but when I was growing up, we had something called Cliff Notes or Spark Notes or something, and this was something that we would use. We weren't supposed to, but this was something that we would use in order to like get summaries of things, if especially for like books or whatever. There was something called plagiarization that schools taught not to do. They were very, 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 very hard on like plagiarizing. But now it feels like it's okay because the AI itself can just do it for you. So the way I feel about it, the way I feel about AI as a whole is that I don't think AI is all bad. I think how it's being used at the current moment to like fabricate things is not okay. And I know that some things are like funny, haha, oh, this was made this way, it's really funny. Satire and all that, but the deep faking is kind of scary because it's getting too close to real. So my thing is this: if it has to do with art at all, I'm not a fan of AI. If you are looking for some sort of prompt or some sort of general idea, or if you're even using it to learn a language or learn something about a language, it's gonna pull from the sources regardless. It can only pull from what has been put in. So it's kind of like looking up things on the internet in terms of like, what is the definition of this? Or you're trying to find the information on something, or you're trying to get a good source. It wouldn't be so bad if the sources were cited every time you used it. Which you get sources sometimes from like written things, but not necessarily from art. Because you can't just create something from nothing. It has to pull from something. Sure, not too long ago when Ireland was voting on a new president, an AI video came out of one of them saying they were dropping out. See, that I don't think is okay. I'm not a fan of that because that person didn't say it. Someone made that. Someone fabricated that through that. They deep faked it. That's not okay. That's the scary part. And it's not like anyone's going to get reprimanded for it unless they did. That's not okay. おはようございます。元気ですか？食べ物を食べますか？朝ごはんを食べますか？食べましたか？ But yeah, that's not okay. In fact, wasn't the reason why people moved from X to Blue Sky was because they wanted less about AI and bots? I thought that was like the whole purpose of the movement to begin with. I think slowly it's becoming X again though. Unfortunately. But yeah, I think people should use AI responsibly. I would never use AI to create art for me. And yes, I do know that it costs money to commission an artist. I understand that. And I know not everyone can draw. I understand that as well. But get ideas. Don't have it do the work for you. I can't really imagine going to school, especially like medical school. 朝ごはん食べました。今からいろいろ準備。いいね。Wait, what was I saying? Let me backtrack. Because I don't remember where I trailed off now. Whoops. Oh, I remember now. I would be very scared if a bunch of like students ended up getting their diploma and they went through school just using like the AI and stuff to do the assignments for them, and then they go into their actual job field and they will just, I guess, either use AI or not be able to use AI, and then they won't be able to do the job, especially if it's medical, like doctor, dentist, like even like for print jobs and stuff. Some people have like printing companies and stuff like that, but imagine like getting an image, creating an image from that, and then like printing them all on like t-shirts and stuff. Not only is it like AI generated art, but then it's AI generated art that has been printed on t-shirts being sold as well. It's kind of weird. It's really weird. It's really scary, I'd like to think anyway. Am I going to condemn you for using AI as a tool or anything like that? Absolutely not. For what reason? I don't have a reason to do that. It's more of a morality check, I feel. So if you feel fine doing it, no one's going to stop you. Like with anything, use things responsibly, you know? There is something called too much of a good thing. You can go mad with power with these tools. But there's a reason why people do fear like this AI uprising. It's because you won't know who's real or who's not real anymore. Just like with what Milo said with the president. I cannot imagine like something like that happening, and like someone going, I'm dropping out of the race. And someone made a video from that when the person didn't actually say that. 1366. 1366. That's why a lot of people are against that for like voice actors and stuff too, because they can then just take the voice and they can use it whenever, and they won't have to pay the voice actors anymore. And same with art too. It's like, oh, we can just, you know, feed your art through the machine and we can now make it do what we want it to. And it may look a little wonky, but it's okay. We'll tweak the machine and it'll get better. Like the biggest thing was, especially with art, was that, well, it doesn't get hands right. We can usually tell if it's AI because it doesn't get hands right. But now people have improved upon the AI to where it doesn't look as bad. So now we, for the most part, we can't tell as much, but we can usually tell based on style now. Because even humans have inconsistencies with their art, right? You can't just look at it like a piece and go, oh, that's AI art because the eyes are off, like, or whatever, by like a quarter. Because humans also struggle with like symmetry and stuff too. But you can usually tell until you can't. And that's scary. Like, I guess it's more of a fear too, where like, you know how with older people, when they use the internet, they will believe whatever they see. So if they get an email saying that we have locked your account, go to this site and give us your information, they will do it because they're scared. They don't know that they're being scammed. No one has taught them that people are just going to lie or what to look for. It's scary. So it's the awareness bit. It's the new awareness thing that we should be mindful of. Yeah, my most recent art, I messed up Vaporeon's white thing around its neck. But you can tell human mistakes from AI. Yeah. There has been, I know I've been focusing mostly on like the art portion, but like there have been a few people who have been doing what's called poisoning the AI machines with like versions of their art to basically tell and stuff like that. But that's the weird part too, because recently I've noticed poisoning the waterhole. Yeah, I think so. I've been noticing that even on like the news and stuff, apparently people are looking. There are a lot of job openings for looking for people to train AI. And the thought that goes in my mind is the people will get this job to train the AI, but it's going to replace them. They're literally training their replacers. Because that's the whole point. You need the people to train the AI, but once you're done, you let them go. As if they're like interns or something. It's kind of like the scare back in the day with cashiers. At least where I'm from. Cashiers were mostly replaced with self-checkouts in supermarkets. Which, on one hand, self-checkouts are good because you go at your pace, I guess. But it can be convenient, but not necessarily like. I don't think it should be like replacing the people. I think it's okay to have options because some people don't feel comfortable using self-checkouts. I remember the first time I used one and I was afraid to use it because I just didn't want to mess up. Once I learned how to use it though, I used it the most, but that's mostly because I'm introverted. But yeah, I guess now we just have to look into what jobs. I guess I like self-checkout because I don't want to interact with people. See there you go. You don't want to interact with people, right? So in that case, but that's the thing too. I remember seeing someone say something along the lines of, "I'm actually fine with the AI art option because people can be scary and I have to go about arguing with the artist on whether or not they will do my request or my commission. So I'm fine with this because I don't have to argue with the bot or something like that." And that baffled me. That actually baffled me. Like, no remorse. Remember when they tried using drones for packages? Yeah, and of course there was also a scare, so people probably shot them down as well. I think that was a neat concept, but at the same time you could just steal the package, right? Good intentions, right? But then, what if I did this? Good intentions become bad. Your first thought whenever something like Miiverse or Swap Node or whatever comes out is, oh, it's not like, how can I be devious? It's, oh, this is something cool and convenient for people to use. But then it turns into, or like when you have like a camera that's added to like the Switch 2 or something, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's like you can do voice chat and stuff, or it's like Discord on Switch. But then it's pretty obvious that people are going to turn that into a bad thing and make it really, really bad. Because that's just how people act now. Cause yo, Spook, come Melon. I've seen one clip of a bait package with a paint bomb in it. Yeah, people are doing that too. I hope you're doing well, by the way, Tissio. I know you were sick last time. I hope you've gotten better at least. It's only been a week, but I hope you've gotten better. Or at least gone to the hospital. Melon, very off topic, but do your hands, paws get very cold during winter? Absolutely. Like I said, I'm not a winter fruit. I am definitely, I get really cold. I don't like the cold. I don't deal with cold very well. If I could hibernate, I would. Honestly. Is there even a plant that hibernates? Huh. I was recently gifted hand warmers because my fingertips get exceedingly cold. Oh. Oh yeah, I got better. Thank you for the concern. I still got a bit of it in me, but that's left over. Okay, I'm glad you got better. That's what's important. Yokatta Melon. See, I think concern for others is a nice thing. I think, you know, I think that's a step forward in fighting negativity and stuff like that, you know. Sometimes it's just really nice to be able to talk with people and voice your concerns and just hang out and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I can talk about concerns and stuff all day, because these are concerns that people have and stuff like that. It's just that obviously you're not going to change someone's mind, especially not easily, especially if someone knows that you're trying to change their mind. So, I mean, all you can do is put your best foot forward and lead the life that you want to lead. And maybe if people find you to be a great influence, a great role model, they will also follow your footsteps as well. But the forcefulness, I think the more that someone yells at cloud, the more people will indulge in it anyway. The more you go, stop talking about Among Us, the more people are going to talk about Among Us. I feel like that's how that works. That's why instead of people, like when people are like, stop with the AI, instead of stopping with the AI, they just improve the AI instead. So, I don't know. 1313. Sen 300... Ah. 13. Among Us? What is that emote? It's a post box. That's hilarious. That's really funny. Stop posting about... Yeah. So yeah, you see. But see, the people saw that reaction and went, haha, this is funny. I'm gonna post more about Among Us because this person got angry and it brings me joy. Do you see what I mean? That's what I mean though. It's so weird. It's one thing if people go, it's all in good fun, but it's another if legitimately someone goes, stop, and you go, no, and they go, stop, and then they go, no, and then you go, I'm serious, stop, and then they go, no, and then you jump on them. You jump on them and rip them to shreds because they decided to not heed your warnings, or you just didn't stop. So, I don't know. It's weird. It's scary. I don't want the world to become less emotional and more robotic. It's weird and scary. We have emotions for a reason, you know. And this reminds me of the Weird Al drive-thru song. I think I know what you're talking about. I think so. Or at least I feel like I should know. And he looks at me and I look at him and he looks at me and I look at him. Oh, I see, yeah. Oop. Oop. What's so funny, I love that Milo went straight for the gut too. Milo was like, ask me something that I can be opinionated about. What are your thoughts on AI? Hmm. But I'm honest. Bro did not beat around the bush. I wish people were more honest anyway. To be honest. We don't beat around the bush. We don't beat around the bush. Because time is not an issue. Always keep that in mind. But I do feel like people are afraid to talk about certain things, obviously. You're right, time is not an issue, yeah. Perish the thought of time being an issue. That's nonsense. Dialga be like, yeah. Time? That's mine. It is not an issue. I own it. Dialga. But that's the weird part. People are so quick to want to cancel people for opinions too. It's like, really? Cancel culture is so toxic. I don't understand. You can't live without sneezing in the wrong direction and getting canceled for it. Like, let's be honest. It's 9 times out of 10 solely for attention. Does anyone else think Dialga and Sylvie are homies? Is it because of time? If anything, I think that they would be fighting because they would want to... Well, I don't know, because... Well, Celebi is a time traveler. But... Is Dialga a time traveler? Or do they just control time? Huh. I feel like Dialga would be like, this one gets a pass sometimes. Yeah. Or if anything, Dialga would have something to fear because since Celebi can time travel, I guess Celebi could make Dialga not exist. I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. That's the weird thing about time travel. I don't understand how time travel actually works. How far back in time can you go? How far forward in time can you go? Is there a ceiling? Is there a window? Is there a boundary? There would be more friends than Ray and Deoxys. Bro, Deoxys took that hyper beam to the face. I feel like there's something I'm not understanding here. Is there like, was there a movie or like a short or an animation? Grape. Strawberry. Cherry. Oh, I forgot to say melon. Melon. Destiny Deoxys, I think. Destiny Deoxys, they fought. Rayquaza eviscerated one at the beginning. They always have beef anyways. Oh, I see. I remember seeing the movie for the first time with like Deoxys. And the whole time I was thinking, what is Rayquaza's deal with Deoxys? Why does Rayquaza hate Deoxys? I didn't really understand it. Because Deoxys is like, you know, a space alien or whatever. What is Rayquaza supposed to be the... like the power of? I guess the sky? But I guess space too, apparently? I'm not sure. I don't understand. So I was very confused when I saw that. I was like, why are you picking on Deoxys? What did Deoxys do? And the ozone is Rayquaza's home. Rayquaza is the protector of the ozone layer, basically, and eats meteors. And since Deoxys kind of comes from meteors... Oh! Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Because my thought is, well, deoxys is supposed to be like DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Or whatever. Interesting. Also slightly off topic before we do end. Did anyone else think that Chimecho was like a legendary or something? Back in the day, I used to have an action replay. And for some reason, for Gen 3, Chimecho was like at the bottom. After like the legendaries. I was like, who is Chimecho? Oh yeah, and Winona uses Rayquaza in black and white too. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Oh. Okay. Drop those there. Cherry. Odd. I can't say I've thought of it as a legendary. It is kind of rare to find on Mount Pyre though. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a rare Pokemon. Mount Pyre tucked in the grass. Oh, interesting. Can't really imagine shiny hunting a Chimecho then. But then again, I can't really imagine shiny hunting in Gen 3 anyway. It's really difficult. But hey, got a Mega now. Yeah. Mega Chimecho. Oh. You gotta have like 4 Game Boy Advances to shiny hunt. Really? I guess in theory, yes, that does increase the odds, but Chingling. Okay. Oh. Okay. Chingling's anime sounds. I haven't heard a lot of the anime sounds. Well, I have, but haven't. Because it's been a mixture of different languages as well. Since certain cries end up becoming memes. More than others. Yeah, see? Yeah, Bob. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. French Star, you star me. Yeah. I like the buzz. It's been a while since I've heard Electabuzz's. I like Electabuzz's cry regardless. In the games, in Stadium, in the show. So you're thinking of French Codeine. Well, Staryu as well. Or Starmie as well, I think. But yeah, I am thinking of French Codeine as well. But no, French Starmie is also... Yeah, bye. 1999. 1999. I have to take a listen. Yeah. With your speakers on full blast. Electabuzz is so funny for no reason in the anime. Yeah. I like Ella Kids as well too. But yeah. Okay, I trust you, Melon. No, it's yabai. It's as it's about as yabai as Goldine, I think. Something about water types, I guess. I don't understand. France is on a different spectrum, I think. And German sometimes as well, like with Lickitung, I think. But either way, cries are funny. But thank you so much, guys, for coming to the stream today and chatting with me as I played SUIKA game. Glowy eyes. Continue to stay tuned for when I go live. There will always be Watermelon Wednesday. Apparently, I mean, I may do something different for Christmas Eve, I suppose. I'm not sure what yet, but now that has been put on the radar for me, I'll try to figure something out. But if you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm very small. I know that I am a SUIKA game main, but hopefully the chat is very soothing. Even if the topics can be scary to talk about, it is okay. Krima. Next Wednesday, I'll bring my progress for Pecan Pelican. Okay. That's still funny to me. That would be really cool, yeah. Or I could take a look on Instagram if you decide to put it there. Since it is topical. I still need to find time to stream more though. You have my word that I will definitely stream more next year. I want to stream more in January. For no particular reason. I know a lot of people like to do the whole New Year, New Me, or like New Year's resolution stuff. But in all honesty, I do want to stream more. I know I can only do what I can. But I just need to become more organized. I think that's what I really want to do. I want to become more organized so that I can do more things. Come up with more ideas so that this isn't just like a dead channel with occasional like SUIKA game stream. You know. But like I said, thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I really do appreciate it. But but I am meloncollieflaur, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye. Oh, it's Melon.